such fucking dopes. I love you, but you are not serious people.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was a sneak peek of exclusive footage of the Nuggets owner talking to his team last night. Good morning and welcome back to Game On. This is your Sports Morning Espresso Shot. I'm your host, Will, and he's Cricket from sportspicks.locals.com. I have a bunch to say this morning, and so instead of rambling and breaking everything down for you, I'm going to say good morning to my co-host first, see how he's doing after the nice weekend we just had, and then we'll get into previewing everything that we're going to cover today. Cricket, how you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Those NBA games didn't go quite the way I planned yesterday, man. Actually, quite the opposite. But I'm all right, man. How you doing this morning?
Are you telling me that you didn't have the Nuggets blown a historic lead, and then also the Pacers shooting a historic percentage to win a game?
Right. I didn't have records being broke yesterday. I did not, sir.
I'm doing good. I was fired up last night. I was watching everything going on in the world of sports, and I'm like, man, I can't wait for the show in the morning. I actually did a little prep, got us some things set up.
Man.
I'm not going to promise I do this every morning, but we're a little bit more buttoned up this Monday morning.
Man, that's good for a Monday, man.
Absolutely. Here's what we got going today. We got to talk about all things NBA. The Western and Eastern Conference Finals are set. We've got a PGA champion. We've got I was going to go over some predicted stuff. I know you guys last week enjoyed us talking about predicted. I put some extra funds in the account. I wanted to show you how you can place an order and whatnot. Okay. So we'll do that. Harrison Butker, Trump's VP pick, maybe we'll see. We've got Bryson DeChambeau doing a cool thing for a little kid at the golf tournament yesterday, and we've got a whole bunch of other things. I'm sure we've got hockey stuff too. I haven't even looked at hockey. I'm sure there's some crazy things that happen in the world of hockey, but I was so busy with all the other stuff going on that I don't even know. And then of course we got baseball.
Yeah. We actually got we didn't have anything in hockey yesterday. We finally had an off day in the NHL for first time in a while, but we do have a Game 7 tonight, man. So, yeah, hockey's still alive and well.
Love it. Game 7s.
Love all these Game 7s just getting thrown in here, all different sports. There ain't nothing wrong with a Game 7.
I know. I was holding the girls yesterday. I was like, we were watching the basketball game. I'm like, you guys' first Game 7.
Yep. Straight up. First Game 7.
My wife's like, nobody cares. I'm like, I do.
I do. This is milestone moment, right? Yeah, SD14 was fired up yesterday.
Oh, I bet. Let's say good morning to some of our Rumble audience over here. Who do we got? We got Super James in the house, of course. Good morning, sir. Says mighty early to be distilling whiskey. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
That's fact, man.
Miss Marlene's here. Good morning, boys. Hope you all had a great weekend. And here's a cheers to start another week of watching great sports picks from Will and Cricket. Well, we'll see about the great sports picks, but thank you.
Man, talk about whiskey, bro. I was looking at, I was reading a little article. So they had that all-star race for NASCAR at this course in, I think it's Wilkesboro, North Carolina. But this course was built in like 1947. Okay, well, they ran a race there in like 96 was the last one. And then last year, they like revitalized this thing to have the all-star race back there, and they were going to do it again. Well, they start renovating some of this stuff, getting ready for it, man. They find this big crack in the grandstand, and they found this room under the grandstands. Like it wasn't a natural like cavern or anything. It's like got walls built in and everything. I'm pretty sure they were totally distilling moonshine under this race car track back in the day.
They should.
And storing that shit. That's what they talk about. Like, the hardest thing to do was like the place to hide all the whiskey once you got done storing it before you could haul it off and sell it. It's like you just have houses full of whiskey.
You just sell it right there at the track,
That's what I was thinking, but they were talking about. There was another one in Georgia where they had like a false bottom under the ticket booth where they had like a whole room down there distilling like 800 gallons of whiskey a day and shit, man, until they finally got raided. I was like, you got to love that, bro. That's how NASCAR was made. So
absolutely. Speaking of NASCAR, we'll say good morning to ST14 fan real quick. Never turn on basketball again. I wouldn't either if I were you. If my team played like that, God.
Yeah, bro. That was a good first half.
Good morning, Buku. How you doing, bud? Listen, I wasn't going to start here, but since you brought up NASCAR, it's a good transition into.
Oh yeah, this is great.
I don't know if this is NASCAR or if this is UFC 304 main event, but here we go. Watch this. Homeboy's walking up here. He's mad. I don't even know. Something happened. All right. He's
Kyle Busch, too.
NASCAR. Yeah, he's like, you cut me off, and he's like, what? Okay, here we go. We'll start here.
Got the fireworks going off.
Is that what that is? Because I'm wondering why the hell are there fireworks going off right now?
Yeah, that's firework. They do that in NASCAR, man. And it's the All-Star race. You know, it was a big deal night race. They probably hadn't been over too long. Yeah, they're just doing little fireworks.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So he's saying, they're arguing about who hit who and whatnot. And I love this because they're arguing about who hit who, and then he makes it clear. He makes it real clear who's gonna hit who.
Let's go NASCAR. Raise hell, praise Dale. Oh, yeah. And then his dad grabs him. You can hear him yelling,
Also,
Dad, grab my dad.
Also, there's so many just like tools and auto parts and tires everywhere.
Weapons laying everywhere.
You can't even have a proper scrum because you're tripping over everything.
Yeah, he fell over a $500,000 tire laying there.
Also, did you see how fast everyone got in to break this up? If this was on ice, they would have had to let those guys go until one fell, right?
Yeah, you just start fighting with anybody around you. You just grab somebody, whether you don't like them or not. Like, y'all can be cool. You have to start fighting in hockey. It's a rule.
I like it.
Get off this motherfucker!
I like what Kyle Busch says at the end here in just a minute. I don't know if you watched it all the way through, if you turn it off, but he's going to say something in a minute, and it's hilarious.
Get out of here!
Now watch this. It's coming. He'll go up there. Just give it a second.
I don't give a fuck. I suck just as bad as you. Let's go.
He said, I don't give a fuck. I suck just as bad as you do. I don't care. They would just wreck these $5 million cars. We both suck and we know it. Let's fight.
Who's that other guy?
Which one? The other guy he's fighting? Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Okay.
So, yeah, Kyle Busch and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I didn't see the wreck or anything like that. I put a couple little sprinkles on this thing because E is the NASCAR guy. And so I just usually put a little sprinkle here and there.
Gotcha.
But yeah. Oh, new
face.
Again,
I mean, you don't see fights happen like that too. I mean, they'll get mad and yell at each other, but you don't see fists being thrown. We need more of that, I don't watch NASCAR, but I feel like NASCAR needs more of that. But we got a new person in the chat. Trump loves anal beads. Oh, wow.
I got a feeling you love anal beads. That's just my opinion.
Talking to him.
Yeah, talking to him. I know you don't.
Okay.
I got a feeling they do.
Anyways, all are welcome here. He says, what is this? Some stupid MAGA sports show? Absolutely.
I
can't believe this clown has 28 viewers. Hey, it's early. It's 4:30 in the morning. Or what are we at? 4:45 in the morning. We got 28 crazy people watching us.
Yeah.
Auto racing. Who's outside of Arkansas watches?
That's
a good point.
A lot of people outside Arkansas, man. Big in North Carolina too.
There are about 0 people up here that watch it. But
I believe that
when we're fighting, when we're out here scrumming it up because of arguing over a wreck, yeah, we're gonna watch that. We're gonna
absolutely. We love the fights. We're gonna watch the fights, no matter what sport it is.
Well, cricket. Should we just get into the lead? Oh, actually, here we go. We're not gonna pick on SD14 fan yet. We're gonna start here.
Oh.
Well, the Knicks are out of the playoffs. The Pacers defeat them. What was it, like 130 something? They beat them by like 30 points. All right,
130, 109, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Pacers headed to the Eastern Conference Finals. A bag of misfit toys. Going to go take on the number 1 team in the East. By the way, who had that? You've got a 1, and a 6 seed, and then you get a 3 and a 5 seed. How
Yeah.
not chalky at all. I mean, you got the NHL playoffs that are pretty chalky, but not chalky at all over an NBA. Frank's having a rough one. His Knicks get eliminated last night. Let's listen to what Frank has to say.
I have never seen anything happen like what just happened to the Knicks. There's no way you can ever convince me the Pacers are a better team. They are not a better team. This was all about one thing. Injuries. Yeah. Injuries are part of the game? No. The whole team is hurt. Brunson breaking his hand was the last. I mean, Dante DiVincenzo hurt. I mean, OG couldn't go. Josh Hart was playing hurt. These guys, if
Can I just say this is very calm?
I
This
thought
is
he
not
handled
what I
this
was
well.
expecting.
I thought he handled
Yeah.
this one well.
Maybe it's just the Mets that get him that worked up. You know,
Maybe.
if
They'll
this
do
is a
that.
regular season game, none of these guys are probably on the floor. So you have the back end of the bench, plus no Mitchell Robinson, no Julius Randle. Bojan got hurt. I mean, the whole thing just got hurt. Everyone got hurt. And they tried their best to try to stay in the game, but they couldn't.
he's taking this very well because that is a
I'm
reasonable.
proud of him.
take.
I'm
That is a
proud of him.
very
He gave
reasonable
credit. He gave some credit. You know, wasn't throwing shade at him. Gave some credit for being in a tough spot. I'm proud of him for this one.
They need depth, and I tell you what, the Knicks don't need to do much this offseason. They need to add some more depth pieces, maybe get another player, but one player the Knicks should definitely sign, Pat Bev. He would fit this team like a glove. He's hungry, he's tough, and he's a little nuts. And he has the right mentality and what the Knicks need. I want Pat Bev on the Knicks next year.
Look how happy he got right there. He got so excited. He's like
he's out in the
nuts.
sun. You know, the sun's hitting his face. Maybe it's kind of like changing his mood.
I'm just saying, man, right there. He's a little excited about it. He's a big Pat Bev fan.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna say LeBron or something.
Yeah, something crazy. Hey,
Actually, I bet you if LeBron goes there, he's gonna be pissed.
Oh, he probably would be.
By the way, Cricket, did you see my thumbnail?
I did. That's well done, sir. Well done.
You like
I know.
that?
I was trying to find it to share this morning on Rumble, and I wasn't. I was sitting there and it's like tied in with all the other political stuff. Uncle Bob has some political following channels on there, and it totally looked like one of theirs. I was like, wait a minute, this is us.
Yeah. I was switching it up. Gonna try some new things. And
That's fair. Oh,
man,
I got to
dude,
do
we
that
did-
other thing too that you wanted me to do the other day. I forgot about that.
oh yeah, don't tell the people. We got a
I won't.
surprise coming, people. We got a surprise coming. Hopefully, we got a surprise coming. Yeah, let's get over there into the world. Sorry, SD14 fan. We got to rip the Band-Aid off. We got to get into it. So, the Pacers defeat the Knicks 130-109. DiVincenzo, 39 points from the Knicks was just not enough as the Pacers shoot a historic like 67% or something like. Well, let's look. Box score, team stats.
It's 67.1%. I think is a record.
Yeah, 67.1%.
Yeah.
Record for an
insane,
NBA playoff game.
That's
Might even
nuts.
just be an NBA game.
At least a playoff game, but that's insane, bro. 67.1% from the field in a 48-minute game.
I'll tell you what, if they can do that against the Celtics, they're going to the finals.
If you do that, you don't lose to nobody. Period.
Nobody. Speaking of not losing to nobody, the Nuggets lose to the Timberwolves in disgusting fashion. I mean, the Nuggets prove that they are the worst defending champs of all time. Jokic is the worst MVP of all time. You blow a 15-point. At one point, so they were up 15, right? They were up 15 at one point or at halftime.
At the half, yeah.
They come out hot. They were up 50. Look at this, 58-38. You're up 20. The Timberwolves are done. Stick a fork in them. They can't do anything offensively. You've got Anthony Edwards only 4 points at halftime. It's over. And then you come out and you decide, you know what? I'm not gonna. Cricket last night I was watching this game, and then it was bath time for the boys. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit like, I don't want to say upset, but I was a little bit just kind of bummed that like I had to put the boys in the bath. And it was like the second half was about to start. And I was like, man, this is game 7. I know that they're up 15, but I mean, I would love to watch this. But it wasn't enough for me to like pull the, hey, hun, you should give the boys a bath. I'll watch the girls and do it. Wasn't enough for that, right? I
Right.
was like, I wanted to see it, but didn't want to see it that bad.
Yeah.
So I give the boys a bath. I come out and there's like 2 minutes left of the third. And as you can see right here, the Nuggets had 58. When I came out, the Nuggets had 61. I'm like,
Dude,
what?
They went on a stretch where it was just disgusting. Anthony Edwards started out, made his first shot, and then missed 8 in a row, and then couldn't miss.
Well, then, here's what happened also. So I was sitting there, and as I come out, it says, "Oh, the Minnesota's on a 19-3 run," and I'm like, "What are they doing in Denver? What are they doing?" And then Jokic shoots. He was 0 for 7 from 3. He didn't make his first 3 until until 8 minutes into the fourth quarter, or 8 minutes left of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And I was like, at that point, I'm like, man, I mean, if you're over, granted, the one that he took, he was like wide open, like dead.
Yeah. He got a couple
like,
back to back there that were pretty wide open that he hit.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. But I'm like, man, what do you? If you're 0 for 7, it's clearly not hitting tonight. Like, what are we doing in a close game like this? Taking these risky shots, man. Like, get in there.
Yeah, it was a weird second half for sure, man. What's up, E? Good morning. Yeah, you are the NASCAR savant, sir. He had another winner last night in that damn thing down there. But yeah, dude, it was a real bad stretch for the Nuggets. Like I said, Anthony Edwards started out real bad, then got on fire, and they couldn't throw one in the ocean for a little bit, bro.
Dude, it was.
You scored 58
I don't get how at home you go and you played such a great first. The only thing that could have been better that first half, they would have scored a little bit more, but they played such a good game. Defensively, had the crowd momentum. I don't know how at home, as defending champs, Game 7, you come out and lay an egg the second half like that.
I don't either, man. That was kind of, like I said, that was just kind of weird. You got to give credit to the Timberwolves. I mean, obviously something they did had they had some kind of game plan figured out, or they made some adjustments at halftime, clearly, that worked out. But the first half was
a new person that chat supporting elections. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
I saw that and I was just, by the way, Eric, he says, Wolves were plus 600 at halftime. Why didn't I take it? I got plus 550 on it. And I did sprinkle a little bit because the second they put up, no team in a Game 7 has ever come back by more than 11. I saw that and I go, this is a sign. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit, just a little $10, $10 little, 10 piece on it, right?
A little bit back.
I just was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. Why not? Because it feels like every time they pull up stupid shit like that during the broadcast, that happens, right? And sure enough, that's what happened.
And with the SD14 fan here said Joker was worn the hell out in the second half. Only sat out a minute. Why not rest him a little bit toward the back end of the second half? He did. He only sat 1 minute the entire game. Why not rest him a little bit toward the back end of the second half when you got a little bit of a lead there, and give him little fresh legs, man? Because he was worn out.
The MVP. You want to win? It's Game 7. There's no resting. There's no resting game. Remember when LeBron was with the Heat and he was in his prime, and they were down to Boston 3-2, and they got to win 2 games? You think LeBron took 1 second off that court? No. You're the MVP, man. You got to do it. You got to suck it up, Buttercup.
I just think there's smarter ways to handle that, and I feel like there were spots in the game they could have spelled him. He's a big guy. I mean, I know he's in great, incredible shape and all that stuff. That's a big guy out there to run around for 47 minutes straight.
He's an MVP.
He is an MVP. I'll give you that. I mean,
you got to do it, man. You got to do it. I'm sorry. It's just, that's the job. You're the number one dude.
That's what you signed up for.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't want to hear about it. You need rest. You can rest in the offseason. Well, you can do all the resting you want now.
She said, still, human needs H2O. It's true. Got to have it. Key ingredient essential to life.
He is not a real person. So,
well, I mean, but you look at the other side, man. I mean, Anthony Edwards played 44 minutes. Even he got more rest than Joker got. I mean, Joker played.
He's not an MVP.
He thought he should have been.
Oh, he was not.
I'm just saying that extra 3 minutes on the bench could have been the difference, man. You could have been a little bit more ready to go down the back stretch of the fourth quarter there.
You know what he could have also done? He could have just made a couple more threes. Don't go 0 for 7 for the first 3 quarters of the game.
He may have. He wouldn't have been tired.
Sporting Elections says at half, I took Minnesota spread from minus 7.5 down to -3. Paid well. Ooh,
let's go, man.
That was a no sweater.
Yeah,
when you saw that 19-3 run of third quarter, you're like, just won this bet.
Just won it. Yeah, ship it. Let's go. Good bet, man. Good bet.
Well, the conference finals are set. We've got, by the way, this is the 6th year in a row that the defending champion has not made it past the second round, which is quite embarrassing. I mean, think about it. Go back to those Golden State years. They went with, they got past the second round with ease, got back to the finals with ease. Yeah. You've got the Heat teams that did it. You got the Spurs teams, then the Lakers teams before that. I mean, what are we doing? This tells you nowadays, these basketball teams, they're soft. You hear 6 straight years. Yeah, you hear everyone making excuses for them on the broadcast. You're like, it takes a lot out of them to make that run to the finals. I'm like, okay, you want to say that to LeBron, who went to the finals 10 years straight? I mean, come on now, what are we doing? You can't. It would be one thing if it was, the Nuggets had gone to the finals like 3-4 years in a row, and like, okay, yeah, they were clearly gassed. You did it one time. Come on.
Everybody's been doing it just one time, man. Can't get over this hump. I think so whoever wins this year, we got to bet them to make past the second round next year, right?
Absolutely.
They're due. They're due.
But we got the conference finals are set. In the Eastern Conference, we got the number 1 Celtics taking on the number 6 Pacers. And in that series, the Celtics are a -820 to win this series. Slight favorites.
-820?
Yeah. If you like the Pacers, you can get them at +600.
Well, I'll have to put a sprinkle. I mean, I can't not put a sprinkle on that. It's the conference finals, bro.
Cricket, the reason why I'm in such a good mood this morning, it's because my favorite thing in sports betting happened. Remember all the way back in November when I was getting barely any sleep and I said, hey, you should bet the Timberwolves
to
win the West.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are, Cricket. Got a nice plus money ticket on the Timberwolves to win the West. So why is this a great day today? Because they still got to get through the Mavericks, and I think the Mavericks are going to beat the Timberwolves. So why is this such a great day? Well, Cricket, the Mavericks are +155. You know what we like to call that, Cricket? Nice little hedge. Nice little guaranteed profit coming my way. Man, I love it. When a plan comes together like this.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You've been telling him. You did tell him that a little while ago. Yeah, shout out. We ain't seen CU in a little bit, man. I hope he's doing all right. But yeah, he reminded you about that thing.
Yeah, I went back and looked at my tickets. I was like, oh shoot, I do have one. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I guess I can cheer on the Timberwolves.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
The best part is I quit betting against them so much. And quit losing money betting against them so much. And then last time I had the under in the game. I'm like, I don't care who wins this one. I'm just going under in this thing. And that was an easy peasy lemon squeezy winner.
I told him yesterday on Smoke the Spread, man. I'm like, Will is telling y'all take the under. I was like, when this man comes in beating his chest like this, feeling some type of way about a bet, it's a lock. I'm telling y'all, bet the damn under in this game. I don't care if it's 198 or whatever the hell it is. I was like, bet the damn under.
Everyone kept calling me this weekend, and this is what I kept telling them.
Is that I never ask my clients to judge me on my winners. I ask them to judge me on my losers because I have so few.
Yep, absolutely, man. I told him, I'll tell you. I was like, when he feels some type of way about one, it's a lock, bro. I'm telling you, this is a lock. He said it 3 days ago or something.
At halftime, you're like, okay, yeah, this looks like it's going our way. And then after the third quarter, you're like, well,
we're there. We are there. They're not going to make it.
This thing can go to 2 overtimes, and I'm pretty sure we're still hitting it.
Bro, I know. I lost one like that. I had the under, and it had to get to 2 overtimes the regular season to beat me, and it did. Got over by like 4 points or something in double overtime. What?
Yeah. Yeah. Crick's not allowed to turn it unless he's in the office here on out. The Wolves hope they choke. Well,
yep. I guess I'm not allowed to watch NBA anymore. Good thing I don't care about watching a whole lot of it.
I know you don't.
It's almost conference finals in hockey. Let's go.
SD14 fan.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
You're going to have her fired up this morning. She'll be fired up.
Well, she knew it. She knew it was going to be that way when
I was surprised she's in here this morning, man. She got up. She's like, I'm gonna stay up. I don't want to lay back down. She doesn't have to work today, so she wants to go do something in a little bit. She's like, I'm gonna stay up. I was like, you sure you want to stay up for this one?
Well, I mean, she kind of deserves it after this, Cricket. She says, my nuggies in the middle of the game. And then I reply with,
yeah, That's pretty good. That's about the exact reaction you needed. It felt good, man. I was, it happens. It happened. I told her, I was like, I get it, babe. I've been fans of lots of tough teams over the years. I understand what it's like.
You got a feel for any of these games? I mean, obviously you got. I mean, I was shocked. Let's start with the one that actually kind of matters and it's close. Timberwolves and the Mavericks. Timberwolves obviously have home court. Did you see? Did you see what Ant said to Charles Barkley?
What did he say?
He was like, Charles was doing his, it was the post game speech. He's like, Charles was like, listen, I haven't been to Minnesota in years. It's been, and then Ant just cuts him off. He goes, well, bring your ass.
We'll bring your ass. Come on, we got a seat for you.
Let's see if I can find it.
That's awesome. I haven't been to Minnesota in years. Well, bring your ass. I like Anthony Edwards, man. I do like that guy.
Oh, it's right here.
He's fun to watch, man.
I have not been to Minnesota in probably 20 years.
Bring your ass.
Hey. I have not been to Minnesota in probably 20 years.
Bring your ass.
Hey.
Let's go.
Love it. Dude.
Bring your ass. We got a party to plan.
Yeah. So Minnesota gets home court, and I get it, home court. That makes sense. All right, but who had that? I got a couple things I want to ask you about this. First of all, do you think Minnesota should be favored? Do you like the Timberwolves? Do you like the Mavericks? Do you like anything in this?
Oh, I mean, I'd more rather hear your opinion off this. I'd like to, I put a little ticket on the Mavericks a little while ago, plus 2,500 to win the title. I don't have an overwhelming opinion. I think this one could probably totally go 7 again, man. Yeah.
I hope it does. Yes, of course. I know I am. And you knew that this was going to happen. I wish I had that clip right now of that. I know you. And you know I know you. And you know that I know that you know the
she wouldn't be in here if we were just patting on. It's okay. It'll be all right. Better run next year. No, you came in here for the shade and you know it.
Yeah. Because if this was one of my teams, I'd be in here doing the same damn thing to myself, calling them bums and flipping out on them. All right.
No offense, but I love it when your teams lose. I know we're gonna get some gold.
I kind of like it too. I like it. Just get a little
like
fire in the belly, just kind of channel my inner Frank.
Here's
what I wanted to ask you about this, though. Now, do the Mavericks have a little bit of an edge? And some people are like, well, they only played like they only got 1 day extra rest advantage. But I would say, well, yes, that's true. But the Timberwolves had to play an extra game last series because the Maverick series only went 6. And this game went 7. There's a big difference, especially when you're using that much energy, especially in a game 7. I mean, look at what they had to do, how much they had to, empty the tank to come back and win that game. Are they going to come out a little flat in game 1? Maybe. Now you could say, well, look at overall. The Timberwolves, they swept the first series, and where the Dallas has gone 6 both series. So, maybe that's a disadvantage to the Mavericks. I'm not sure on this one, but I feel like one of these teams is going to be a little bit tired.
Me more kind of, I think these guys are all in incredible shape. You look at it, I guess the Mavericks played one more game than the Timberwolves and all that, but I kind of look at matchups and stuff. I don't know that the Mavericks have a lot to match up with the likes of Gobert and KAT, those big guys there. I know Gobert is more of a defensive guy. KAT played well in this series against the Nuggets right here, but Gobert kind of got dominated in that first half last night. Kind of getting pushed around by Jokic and everything. Mm-hmm. Came out played much better in the second half, man. So it's all really going to depend on how well that guy plays. We know he's Defensive Player of the Year and all that stuff. What has he been 4 years in a row, Defensive Player of the Year or something? That's pretty impressive.
I don't know if it's 4 in a row. I know it's 4 time. I don't think it's
4 time. I didn't know if it's 4 in a row, whatever. I know the guy has been up there in the conversation about every year he's been in the league. So I don't know, maybe matchups, but then on the other side, man, you got Luka and you got Kyrie there. We expect Kyrie to bounce back and actually do something this series. I would think he would anyway. But I don't know, maybe matchups there, but it's kind of hard for me to bet against Luka and Kyrie, but at the same time, it's getting to where it's hard for me to bet against Anthony Edwards. What are you thinking, man? I know you got your head.
Timberwolves, they got great defense, right? That's what they do. That's what they're known for, is playing great defense. If you're tired, you're not playing great defense. And if you're going to slack a little bit, this Mavericks team will make you pay. I don't think it's going to be like that for the full series, But I'm expecting either at the beginning of this series or the end of this series, there's going to be a game where the Timberwolves just look flat.
Probably game
Which
one.
is fine. It's just one game. But
Yeah.
I would be shocked if they didn't come out looking flat. Now, I know it's probably going to be a little bit hard to do that, game one of a series when you're at home. But, man, when does the series start? Do we know?
Wednesday. Wednesday, May 22nd. You got the other one starting tomorrow.
Okay. So they get a couple days rest. That's nice. I think it's going to be a fun series. Now, over the Eastern Conference, I swear, I kind of just want to root on the Pacers just because I like rooting on the underdog, but the Celtics are going to win. The Celtics have had the easiest path to the finals. And I swear, it doesn't matter if it's the Mavericks or the Timberwolves. I think they're going to get slapped upside the head in the championship.
They should. I mean, there's nothing that says they shouldn't, but I mean, I've also seen the Celtics do Celtics things plenty of times in the past where it would not blow my mind at all to watch them lay an egg right here. This is probably the easiest chance they've had at a championship in a minute now, and it would not blow my mind to watch them let it slip away.
I mean, just think about it. You had a hurt Heat team. You got a Cavaliers team that can't do anything outside of
Donovan Mitchell was out in 2 of those games.
Yeah. And now you got the Pacers, which it's going to be an interesting series, but the Celtics should just dominate that.
Porzingis going to be back? Is he back
no.
yet? No, still not yet. Is a chance for the finals?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna rest him. I think because of the way it's playing out, they said they ruled him out for the Eastern Conference Finals already, which I think was just a business decision of we'll bring him in the finals if we get there. And
we get there. Yeah. At the same time, you don't want to take it because we see those calf injuries or whatever, kind of like the same thing with Giannis, man. You can come back and one wrong step and you're back square one. So yeah, rest him a little bit longer. Let him come back for the finals if you get there.
Exactly, Super James. Tuesday would have been a bigger disadvantage for the T-Wolves. Wednesday helps them. Yeah. I'm kind of shocked at that too. That because usually like they don't, if you go 7, they don't. But then again, I guess they had to have it that way because technically, if Dallas would have lost that game, they would be playing tonight. And so you'd have to give them 2 days, give them a day.
Yeah,
rest.
I probably went ahead and had it planned out or something.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious. I think this Timberwolves team, if they did make it to the championship against the Celtics, man, I think I'd like the Timberwolves in that one to just lock down defensively that Celtics team.
Defense wins championships, man. And the defense they played in the second half of that thing, you got the Nuggets scoring 54 points in the first half and get 36 in the second half. That's obviously the difference in the game right there.
I'd be torn on it because I wouldn't really want to see the Celtics win the title because everyone's just praise them all year long, and I don't think they're as good as their record is. I think they're a good team, but I don't think they're as good as everyone perceives them to be just because they play in the terrible East. But at the same time, the dick riding that would happen if Anthony Edwards won a title already. You know what I mean?
My goodness, bro. That's gonna be
it's already there. It's already pretty high. And geez, if he won the title this season, they just crown him the next Jordan.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and it'll be the next your Airness for sure, man.
Yeah. All right. Anything else left in basketball you want to talk about? I know that you love this talk. Let's go over to Predict It. I wanted to show you guys this. So we showed you some of this. I deposited some funds and I made some other bets. I left some cash available so I could just show you how it's done.
I'm going to grab a refill real quick while you're starting this.
Okay. So as you can see, so we'll go to my portfolio first. So I've got a couple different things. I've got no on Tim Scott. Basically, I've got, he's not even on the board in this one. Ben Carson, which kind of shocked me, but I've got over on my sports betting account, or I guess my bet online accounts, I've got Ben Carson's, I got him over 10-1. I got heavily invested into him. So I'm fingers crossed for that. But Tim Scott right now is the betting favorite and Predict It. Not only do I just not, for financial purposes, not want him to get it, I just really hope Trump doesn't pick him. That'd be terrible, in my opinion. But I have the no. So you can buy yes. So like if I wanted to take some JD Vance, right, which I did. So I hedged out of this. So I'm banking that it's not Tim Scott. And I hedged my Ben Carson picks by I bought 400 shares of JD Vance and I bought 600 shares of Tulsi Gabbard, even though I don't think there's a chance in hell that it's going to be Tulsi Gabbard. I don't, but it was so cheap. I was like, you know what? I'll buy 600 shares, bought them at 7 cents each. So what that means is I put seven times, I put $42 on Tulsi Gabbard, because for some odd reason, if it is her, it'd be a huge payout and it would hedge all my other bets. Sprinkled a little bit on JD Vance as well. I put $56 because I paid 14 cents per share. Got 400 shares, ends up being $56. So that's how that works. I wanted to show you guys this so then you could see how we can place an order, though, because I'm going to add to it. Super James says, I think Tim Scott is out. I'm pulling for Vance with no money on him. Add a baby. So let's say we wanted to buy another 100 shares of JD Vance then. So we'll go yes. We'll buy yes. Then you can set your maximum price, and you can see what's available right here. So buy yes, they've got 438 shares at 14 cents. They've got 15, they've got all these other shares. Like, people are willing to sell their shares at 15 cents. Some of these guys are like, I'm not going to sell it until it's 17 cents. So it's kind of nice. You can see the market here. Hold on, Cricket. Can you take over 1 second? I'm getting a phone call. Okay.
Yep, you're good, bro. I can't take over on this, y'all. I have no idea what this stuff means. I don't know what he's talking about there. So let me we'll let him get back to this when he gets back there. Let's go ahead. We'll look at the odds for a little puck. Tonight we got game 7 in the Oilers and Canucks right here. In Vancouver, my Canucks plus 1.5 at home, minus 198. Oilers minus 1.5 on the road, plus 164. Minus 166 on the money line for Edmonton, and plus 140 for Vancouver. You got a total of 5.5 in this one, minus 122 to the over, plus 102 to the under here. I mean, I'm going to have to wind up betting with my heart in this thing and rolling with the Canucks, but I think I have seen this line move out the wrong way the last couple days. I believe it was plus 124 just the other day when I first saw the lines come out. I believe it even went down to plus 120 for a little bit, but looks like it's gone back out to plus 140. Looks like Vegas is kind of taking a stance on the Oilers right here, so I do not like seeing that. But you're right, Buku. Go Nucks, man. We pulling for the Nucks, man. We done rode this thing too hard now, too long, so we're going to roll with it tonight. Do have the home ice advantage right there. Let's see. I'm sure we have not listed a netminder yet, but we all know who it's going to be tonight. Now, as far as the Oilers go, I do not know who it's going to be. It should be Shilovs for Vancouver, but I'm sure that they will, I'm sure he'll make a decision between Stuart Skinner, Calvin Pickard later today. I believe they did go back with Skinner the other night in that one and played pretty well. He's had his struggles at times in the playoffs, but, also a capable netminder there. Still a young guy, but I have to see who they wind up going with right there. I'm sure it probably will. If I had to guess, I would think it would be Stuart Skinner. He just simply has more experience in these playoffs than Calvin Pickard does, but Pickard has played well when he's been able to step in there. So either one, I think they'll be all right. What up, Dirt? Says Cricket, it's the apocalypse. The Pacers did something, and the T-Wolves. Yeah, you ain't wrong, man. We was talking about that just a little bit ago. We'll have to step away to, I'm sure, do some kind of babycation or something. But yeah, man, it was crazy stuff in the NBA yesterday. Did not see that coming, and it should be exciting going forward there. We hope it is anyway. We hope the Celtics don't just run away with it. But yeah, pretty nuts. The Pacers and the T-Wolves in the conference finals. Did not have that on my bingo card this morning. So, but yeah, NHL now, like I said, game 7 there, y'all. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals will be starting on Wednesday, and I'd say probably game 1 of the Western Conference Finals will probably be something like Thursday. They'll play this game 7 tonight. I'm sure they'll give them a couple days off for all that, and then you'll have the winner of this game tonight will be taking on the Dallas Stars in the Western Conference Finals. Like I said, that will probably start on something like Thursday right there. But you got Florida and New York in game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals on Wednesday. You got New York at home minus 1.5 plus 235. Florida plus 1.5 on the road minus 290. Minus 115 on the money line for the Panthers. Minus 105 for the Rangers. You got a total of 5.5 in this one. Minus 102 to the over. Minus 118 to the under. And me and Buku are going to try to get y'all a conference finals preview out. We'll probably have to do that thing late tomorrow night, I would say. It'll probably be the first time we get a chance to be able to do that. But after the game tonight, we have the matchup set and all that. We'll get y'all a little preview out there, talk about him, see how we're feeling in this thing. I'm sure he's probably still in a Rimpire state of mind, man. He has rocketed his Rimpire State building shirt the other day at the boys' birthday party, man. He's looking good with that stash and that damn mullet there. But yeah, we're gonna do a show, man. We're gonna get you one, Super James. We got you. We're gonna get in there. We'll try to do it. We'll probably have to film it late tomorrow night, I would say, after everybody gets children in bed and all that stuff. So, but we're gonna try to get y'all one out there real quick. So we'll see. See if we can't find some winners. Get over here. We'll look at a little baseball today until we get Will back in this thing. I know actually he probably ain't gonna want me to do baseball, man. He's gonna yell at me. Let's get over here and see if we can. There you are. He's back, man. He's back. I didn't want to get too deep into that, man.
Okay, back to predicted. So, anyway, let's say we want to buy 100 shares. We'll do max 14. So we'll say, okay, we'll buy 100 shares of this. So at 14 cents a 100 share, quick math, carry the 1 minus that, square it. $14 is what it's going to cost us. So do that. Submit offer.
Good morning, MB.
And then, boom. And then that's another 100 shares added on to JD Vance there. And so we'll see if you come over here. Now we've got I've got 500 total shares on JD Vance being the VP pick. I don't really think it's going to be that. But what I wanted to show you guys was this as well. So who's going to be the Democratic presidential nominee? Now, obviously, Biden's a huge favorite, 87 cents. Which is, kind of crazy. You could still take that. I don't think it's going to be him. I really don't. Well, let me pause there for a second. I think that there's a better chance than what the market is giving. So the market is saying there's an 87% chance that Joe Biden's going to be the presidential nominee for the Democratic Party. I don't think so. So what I could do is buy no, right, and say no, and then if I'm right, I get a huge payout, right?
Yep.
That's it's about plus 800, about plus 750. So I get 7.5 times what I invest on that. But what I did was, so I'm thinking no. Here's why I'm thinking no. I'm thinking he's agreeing to these debates before he's even the nominee. I'm thinking he's. So I think it's going to be a no, and I think it's going to be because they're going to realize, well, this is going terrible. We can't continue to do this, especially if he goes up in debates Trump next month, and then it just looks like a disaster. I think they're going to want to shoo him out of there. But then at the same time, Joe Biden is also going to want to protect his legacy, and because he's a savvy politician, he's going to want to protect his legacy, and so he's not going to want to go run and get embarrassed by Trump. Instead, he could bow out and then still claim I'm the only one that ever beat Trump. So then who are they gonna swap him out with, right? And everyone's got Gavin Newsom wanting to step right in there. If I'm Gavin Newsom, I don't want to go up against Trump. Not like on short notice, right? He wants to do a full president. He wants to campaign.
He didn't get to practice enough, man.
Yeah, he didn't get to practice. He didn't get a campaign right. I don't think you want to do that. Plus, I don't think you want to go up against Trump. I think you want to say, nah, I'm good. I don't think anyone is going to go up there and try to get embarrassed. There's only one person dumb enough to do that, and it makes sense, and it's the VP, Kamala Harris. I think that's the easiest way to just swap him out. Because if Biden's going to lose, you're going to probably lose up against Trump anyways. You might as well throw Kamala Harris out there and let her get embarrassed, right? And she'll be eager to do it. And it's just easy. You just have the VP step in and run instead for the party ticket. So I got a little risky, and I ended up going with Kamala Harris. Now I've got 1,700 shares on it. Average price paid of 5 cents. If this thing ends up hitting, we're going to Applebee's.
2 Oreo shakes?
2 Oreo shakes. So I still can't get myself to pull the trigger on the no here and just say, okay, maybe they'll just substitute someone else. But I don't know if I'm right and Biden isn't going to be the nominee. I don't know who else makes sense other than Kamala that would step in.
Hillary Clinton's still even a possibility.
They got to throw everyone up there, dude. Look at
okay. I was like, I don't know how this works, but
basically, if you see them at 1 cent, there's no chance.
Okay.
Like they got AOC up there. They got Stacey Abrams up here. I mean, what do we do?
I don't know who either of those people are.
Oh, geez. I should have known. Now, don't get me wrong. It's probably going to be Biden. All right. It's going to probably be Biden. But I could see.
I figured this was a foregone conclusion.
I could see it not being him. By the way, if I'm right, you can see my $76.50 invested into Kamala Harris would pay out over $1,500.
Whoa.
I didn't even mean to zoom in. I didn't even mean to do that. I think my computer was just listening to me talk.
Yeah, I just zoomed it in for you. Yeah. Actually, Will, it's $1,537.65.
Let's see. Super Chain says no way. If they push Biden out, it'll be a dark horse before Harris. But who though? If they push Biden out, they don't have time to put someone else in there. Plus, someone else isn't going to want to risk, because if you go up and try to run even on short notice, you're going to be tainted if you lose. All right. First of all, there's no one that they can throw in. If they had someone they could throw in there to beat Trump, they would do it already. But if you jump up there and you lose, you're going to be tainted. It's going to be really hard for you to come back in 2028 and try to be the nominee. I don't think anyone's dumb enough to do it other than Kamala Harris. Coomer's here.
What's up,
buddy?
Coomer? Good morning, sir. Go ahead, man. Read that out for.
Bo Biden will win. They get unalived suddenly, ushering in Kamala Harris as El Presidente of the United States of Israel. Maybe that all makes sense.
Yeah,
all makes sense.
I get it.
They're not going to put booty gay in there. All right, they're not going to do it.
Booty who?
I mean, he would be dumb enough to run for it though.
What's he do?
He's the head person of transportation in the country. You know all those train derailments we've had over the years. All the fact that ship crashed into the over there in Baltimore.
That's the guy in charge of all that.
Yeah, he's in charge of cleaning all this stuff up, even though that ship is still there.
It's hard to say. It seems like we should give that guy more responsibility. Yeah.
No, that dude is like he's taking more days off than he's worked, because he's a gay man, and him and his spouse ended up adopting. So he took maternity leave, or paternity. I don't know how you call it, what you call it there, but he took leave like right as he got
took a vacation
for like 4 months.
Took a vacation. Yeah, nobody gets maternity or paternity leave for 4 months. What do you get? 3 days if you didn't actually have the baby?
That's what I'm saying.
Golly,
Super Jane says he's already tainted. I guess you're right. You're right there. But that's predicted, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you do that. That's how you do that.
Well, yeah.
Let's see, Cricket. What should we go to next? I know we gotta do MLB here in a second, but I think we gotta talk about
We gotta talk a little golf, man.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta talk a little golf.
Yeah.
Gotta talk a little golf.
Yeah. I believe I'm becoming, man, I have been for a while now, but I believe I am and I've always liked this guy too. I was happy to see him get a win, but I like Bryson DeChambeau a lot, bro. Good to see him playing well. He had his little struggles there where he kind of up and down last couple of years, but seems to have kind of figured his swing out there in good shape. Looking good out there playing well, man. I like Bryson DeChambeau. I know you're going to show the video in a little bit. That he did yesterday was pretty cool too.
What's up, Booth Hill? Class of 69. It's 5 a.m. in the Northwest, Arizona. Morning all. Good morning. Hey, trust me, I know.
Yeah, he's up there that way with you, man. He's up there in Idaho, man. So he's close with you. I'm over here in Tennessee, man. I'm in the Eastern time zone. Not quite as early as me, but great to see you in here, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, we start this show 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
That's right. That's right. Love new faces, man.
Yeah, Xander Schauffele though. Hey, look at that. He becomes the first person to win the PGA by exactly one stroke by doing it with a birdie to finish out the hole 72.
Bro, big time. Bryson made a sweet birdie putt on 18. He was just ahead of Schauffele here, and made a big birdie putt to get to 20 under and tie him. So put a little pressure on Schauffele there. Didn't hit a great shot off the tee box there, but did make a crazy good shot on his second shot, bro, where he had to have both his feet in the bunker, kind of, off balance there. Makes a great shot, and then winds up getting up and down there. I mean, it was a good little finish for Xander there.
Yeah.
This is a fun tournament, dude. They torched this course.
Did they?
They torched it, bro. I mean, like I said, a 4-round total of 21 down right there. Next guy at 20. There were several guys in the high teens. They torched this course. And the hell, they finally figured out a way to beat Scotty. They just got to arrest him.
I always forget. Super James, where are you out of right now? Do you know where Super James is?
I do not. He's told us before. I think
I always think of Healthport, because Healthport's out of Oregon.
I know Healthport's out there with you. For some reason, I feel like Super James is in the Central Time Zone somewhere.
Yeah, that sounds right. He's probably hanging out with Patriot 4165.
Man, I hope he's all right. We got to reach out to him, make sure he's all right.
I think it was his laptop messed up, and that guy only goes to town like once every month.
I started to say he got to get the horses ready to go and stuff, get into town to get a new laptop. I understand.
He's probably trying to find a computer repair shop.
Probably not a lot of those. No, okay. Not a lot of those in the Ozarks. You saying?
Wait, is that Central Time or is that Connecticut?
That's actually a good point there.
Is it? Because isn't that an abbreviation for Connecticut?
Oh, he's in Kentucky. That's right. It's Central
Okay.
Time. That is the abbreviation for Connecticut too. But yeah, no, he's in yeah, that's right, Kentucky. I remember now. That's right.
So anyways, DeChambeau went to toss a ball to a little kid. Grown man got it, and watch what happens.
Look at him.
Get that ball back,
Get that ball back.
man, for the people.
Let's go.
That's awesome.
I
That
think
is
what
awesome.
you don't want Bryson DeChambeau pointing at you with a golf club, talking with a little bass in his voice, upset at you. You don't really want that, man. That's a pretty good sized feller.
I think this kid wanted it because DeChambeau was about to sign and hand him his putter.
I started saying give him that driver right there or something. I'd be like, run, go with that ball. What if it's like his big brother? They had to start playing stage.
Look how happy that little kid is too. And look at this police officer. He's like, listen, son, you better give it to that kid. All right. You better just
bro.
give it to him.
Look, don't make. We've already arrested somebody for something wasn't supposed to do this week. Like we've already got enough pub. Come on.
Kid sucks
again. Box out, bro. Just saying, little box out.
Yeah. Well, I saw this video and I still don't understand. Okay, so he tosses it to the kid, right?
Yeah.
So he tosses it to the kid. It looks like the guy, he gets right in front of the kid, grabs it. I don't get what the hell is this guy doing?
He must have just sprinted away, dude.
Yeah, like he's over here. It's like
that's what I'm saying. How did you get that far away? Like you were gone then, bro. You could have got gone.
That ball is not that valuable.
No,
right? Like
it ain't like he won.
Like
even if he wins, is that ball worth? I mean, I'm sure it's worth something. It's worth whatever somebody will pay for it.
You know, usually if you caught it, you'd be like, yeah, or something like that. But, you know, this dude catches it and immediately takes off. It was weird.
Well, he knew he was being a shithead. He knew he was starting that little kid. He didn't walk down past 1,000 people to toss it to you, bro. With a little kid, 5, 6 years old, standing there. You know who he was throwing it to, dickhead.
Yeah. Morning, Master and the Rumbles in the house. Good morning. How we doing,
sir? Good to see
How we doing? Anyways, Xander Schauffele, congratulations. First major win.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Plus Money Golf have Xander Schauffele? I believe Page had Xander Schauffele. There were a few different people that I heard respected golf bettors that were pretty high on Xander.
Did you say Page?
What's
this over here?
What is it? Is this them at the tournament?
I don't know what. I don't know. They're not the turn. They were doing something this weekend, but
who is that? Page and who?
Liv Dunn, the
Crocodile Dundee's daughter.
Paul Skeen's girlfriend.
Oh, that's Paul Skeen's girlfriend. That's the gymnast girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got some tickle bitties and you don't know how to swing? Well, I'm here to help you. Next, you want to tuck your right arm and lay your left arm on top of that mommy milker. Bombs away.
I can't believe I overthought this, Cricket. Buku comes in with he must have been drunk.
That's
about
true.
The guy that
hammered.
I don't know why the most simplest explanation I didn't think of. That's probably
what
true.
We thinking? We knew what was going on there.
The Sunday afternoon. Yeah. LSU gymnast. That's right. Look who's hanging out in LA.
Tom and
Drake May.
Okay.
Yeah. He's smarter than he's smarter than I thought. You know, he's getting some
I mean, that's a pretty good one to get some coaching lessons from and all that. You know how to win a game or two. Never recognize any of these guys that got drafted in the first round without their helmet off until you see them in the NFL a couple times.
You tell me you couldn't recognize babyface Drake May?
I thought that might have been Tom Brady's son or something.
Fair enough.
He is fast for being drunk, Super James. I'll give him that. Coordinated.
Pacers went 16 of 21 from the field in the first quarter.
What? Jeez, bro. Cannot miss.
I saw this and I thought this was interesting. I didn't realize I didn't realize the Dolphins. It's been 23 years since a playoff win. Not make the playoffs, a playoff win.
Wow. So what? That would have been 2001?
Yeah.
Jeez. It was middle school, bro.
The Jets have a win more recent than you.
The Jets, the Bears, everybody has a win since you do. Like all the terrible teams in NFL have a playoff win since your last one. God, that's awful.
If you get a chance, you should listen. We're going to get into this Harrison Butker stuff a little bit more. We might even do a video or something where we sit and listen to exactly what he said.
I listened to it the other day, SD14 fan. I listened to a little bit of what he said, man. I don't understand. Like
the outrage.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't feel that way, that's fine. I don't understand why you have to voice your opinion like this guy did something wrong. To me, it's one of those things like you don't want to listen, don't listen.
Exactly. So this chick, of course, we got all these, people freaking out. You've got these broadcasters who decide, that, here we are at NBC who have some sort of show and platform. She goes on here and she starts it out with, you know what? I'm okay with disagreement. I've got people that we politically disagree on things and I still love them. All right. And I'm for the First Amendment. I'm for freedom of speech. And then it's like full pause. If that's the case, then that's the end of the story. Like if you're for freedom of speech, then
end of video.
You don't have to agree with the speech. But if you're for freedom of speech and the First Amendment, then you should be okay with you don't have to be okay with what he said, but the fact that he said it, you should be okay with it. And she turns around and goes, but, and the second you say, but, you are not a full First Amendment person. You know what I mean?
Oh,
she's like, no. She says something along like, I'm not for hateful speech and blah, 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 and just tearing people down. And I'm like, okay, well,
he didn't do that.
Freedom of speech.
Have you heard it?
I've heard parts of it. I haven't got to actually sit down and listen to it, but I've heard enough people talk about it that I know that that's not what he said.
That's not the vibe that I got at all. All he said basically, roundabout, I'm not quoting him or anything, but basically he was like saying that his wife, one of the most fulfilling moments in her life was being able to become a dedicated wife and mother. Just basically giving his wife props. Okay, he was complimenting her, saying she's a great mom. He
said one of the best job in the world a woman can have is being a mother.
And he was like, I said, I think you can even ask my wife when she felt most fulfilled is when she became a wife and a mother. He's basically just giving his wife props, saying she's a great mom, great wife, all these things. A great woman is all he's basically saying there. And all these people have twisted it, turned it, and saying he's saying all the women should be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. That's what they're trying to say. He said. What'd you say?
They think he said this.
I'm the leader of the Repeal the 19th. Y'all the ones bringing this stuff in here, but I'm the poster child for it. Appreciate you, Harrison, getting me off the hook.
But no, it's so look. She went on a over 3-minute rant about it, and I'm just like, hey, what are we doing?
Well, when we were talking about this thing, and Super James said down here, like when they doxed his address on, the city of Kansas City and all that stuff the other day, and it's like, that's what y'all did that to this man over? Like, what I was like, I got to hear what he said. Maybe he did screw up. Maybe he did let something slip. I don't think so at all.
He voiced his religious opinion, his religious beliefs, and says, hey, you know what? We need to get back to making families, staying together, not making babies and actually having a two parent household. Mothers, it's okay to just stay home and be a mom because that's like the best job you can have in the world.
If that's what you want to do, then do that. If it's not what you want to do, then go do something else. It's not for everybody, but the fact that this man did absolutely nothing wrong here. Absolutely, it blows my mind.
I'm just gonna start tweeting things back at him, taking quotes of what he's saying, saying Butker was right. I'm just gonna run with it. He should come out and just start trolling people. Just put little clips, little TikTok clips or something like that of just like him saying stuff, of him just coming out and saying like women should be in the kitchen making sandwiches, and just start just running with it. He should just
and put him right side by side of Scotty coming out in his jail uniform for the T-box.
Oh man,
let's see here. What's Coomer saying here? All the busted chicks who threw away their prime years and aren't married can at the wind and punch their throw pillows they got from Etsy. Coomer don't give a damn. He ain't scared of them.
I love it.
That's right. Like I said, man, I just, I did want to hear what he said today. So I was like, maybe he did say something. And I don't think so. I think he was simply giving his wife props for being a good mom and mother and telling other women that may be the angle for them, maybe what they want to do. I don't care. If you want to do it, cool. If you don't, cool.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit more. as the week goes on. The Jaguars are all in on QB Trevor Lawrence and are engaged in talks for an extension that is expected to be in the $50 million a year range.
How much?
Well, the going price. For,
the going rate. I mean, okay. I already thought you were all in on him. I didn't.
Yeah, I was. I want to get your opinion on this. Do you think this is a smart move by them, or what?
Once again, way worse quarterbacks out there. I mean, it's still a younger guy. I mean, but once again, I'd take this guy over Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I think you have to. I mean, you're in this position where he's not bad enough to where you can just cut him. But at the same time, I feel like Jacksonville doesn't really care. I feel like they're just like, hey, we've got a decent, solid quarterback. We can sell tickets and hype him up, and we know that he's going to give us a chance. Who knows if we're going to win a Super Bowl with him? But hey, we've got a franchise guy here. Let's just pay him. I think it makes sense.
And that's the thing, man. You look at the amount of quarterbacks in history as far as percentage wise goes. I mean, won a Super Bowl. It's not a very high percentage there. And you start shuffling around guys that are, I mean, we'll call him, he's middle of the road, above average quarterback in the NFL. You got to be careful wanting to get rid of these guys. Careful what you wish for, because then you wind up landing with a damn Zach Wilson or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These guys should be they already won. Everyone else in this draft class is on in the first round is on a different team.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Your guy. Picked the right one.
No kid. Yeah, at least you pick one you can hold on to for a little bit.
Yeah. The only other one out of this one was the last pick, Mr. Brock Purdy.
Yeah, and don't feel bad. They all missed that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got a little trailer.
See this cricket?
Little trailer?
I don't know if we're gonna get
I ain't seen it yet. I haven't seen it. Give me hype. Oh, it's blood flowing. Buku, I know you're getting angry right now.
Actually, I think I'm gonna have to. Let's turn this down. We'll turn the music off.
It probably gets hype, man.
Look at that.
I know Buku's got cold chills right now, bro.
Finally, it is here. You can take all that just another game stuff and throw it out. The eyes of the nation are on this field today, and that's what these players
Oh, yeah.
Bro, it looks good, too.
Uh-huh. Yep. Totally going to get hit copyright with this music. Don't care. Let's go.
Don't care. You can copyright it. Yeah, let's man, it looks good, bro. Oh, I'm so damn excited.
There's another duck on there. Other fancy stuff they got.
Man, what a difference 10-year makes in technology.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's go, baby.
Okay, now I have to.
Welcome to the, yes, say, welcome to the jungle. Yeah, they'll definitely copyright us for that one.
Let's see. Do I have the notification yet? Nope. We have detected copyrighted music.
Yeah. Oh, you don't even know Buku. I'm ready to go, bro. Buku already talking smack, man. Y'all don't even have any idea how many thousands of NCAA football games we played in hotel rooms on ball trips and stuff. Is Manning the only one not in? That's the only one I've heard as far as just saying no. I didn't want. I think everybody else took their $600 or whatever just to be in the game. That's what I would have done. If I'm March Manning, I just want to be in the game.
SD14 fan just sent me this.
Yeah, check that out. She showed me that last night. That's awesome.
I love playing fantasy football, but I happen to suck at it and always end up losing, which is a huge embarrassment. You must think I'm nuts to keep trying.
And all you see is I love to suck huge nuts. We got to buy those for our losers in fantasy football league. They got to wear that to like a sporting event with 100,000 people.
Got to wear it to Applebee's.
You get at least to Applebee's, and it's got to be packed on a Friday night.
I love to suck huge nuts.
Oh, she found that, and I said, she finds that gold, man.
Yeah. What else do we got? Oh my gosh, cricket. Well, we've got to get into something, but I think I'm going to save it for tomorrow so I can read into it a little bit.
Okay. Can we get a little teaser?
Just a little tease. It has to do with Marvin Harrison Jr. Let's just say I was right when I told you guys he's going to be a bust. He's already a diva. This man, he don't even want to play football. All right? We're going to get into all of that tomorrow. How about that?
Man, okay. That's fair. Divas. Got nothing for them. Nothing for them.
Should we, let's do our little baseball
Yep,
preview
yep,
before I have
yep.
to hop over there in the Jeep. Let me pull that up. But man, there's so much to get to today. So much. And I knew we wouldn't get to all of it.
Well, why don't we say baseball then? What else you got to get to? Why don't we say baseball for the car ride? Well, I don't guess we can really do that because you got to be able to see it.
Yeah, because I want to be able to clip it out.
All right. Well, just keep me. Let me know what you want to talk about on the car ride. Then we can go ahead and do this now.
Okay. Buku says he forgot to sign a paper. Will forgot to sign a paper, dude. They've been talking about this for months, and he just all of a sudden forgot to. They've been reminding his ass time and time.
What are we
again.
talking about?
Marvin Harrison Jr.
He forgot to sign a paper. What kind of paper?
There's a lawsuit filed against him, because of breaching contract. Because he so Fanatics has filed a lawsuit against him. The lawsuit states that the two sides had signed an agreement dating back to last May worth $1 million. And he's not fulfilling his part of the contract. He hasn't signed the right papers so that the NFL can actually sell his jersey. It's just little
Maybe
things
he
like
forgot.
Forgot. How, you don't just forget to where
He's been a little busy.
You don't forget to where you get to. So everyone else, all the other draft picks were just, they didn't forget. Everyone else did it right.
Better agents, man.
And then he sits, well, he doesn't have an agent. Then he sits here.
That might be the problem.
And, they remind him, hey, we need you to sign this. And he still hasn't signed it. So.
All right, bro. Sign the paper. Come on.
I know. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
I'll tell you what. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. I'll tell you what we're doing. We've got MLB to cover today. This Monday, May 20th. We got day baseball. 9:20. 9:20 baseball.
Full day baseball. I think it's the makeup game. The one that got rained out the other night.
Still.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff.
Time?
Good stuff.
So we got the Padres and the Braves kicking things off today.
Dylan Cease, baby, for the San Diego Padres. Ronaldo Lopez on the hill for Atlanta.
Braves minus 121 favorites. Padres plus 111 on the comeback. Sharp money coming in on the Padres. 78% of the bets, but 70% of the money is on the Atlanta Braves here in game one. Next up, we got the White Sox and the Blue Jays.
Eric Fetty on the hill for Chicago, and Jose Barrios going for Toronto.
Toronto minus 196 favorites. White Sox plus 177 on the comeback. 97% of the money is back in the Blue Jays at home. And I just don't know how you. I mean, I get it's the White Sox, and I get you have Barrios on the bump, but I don't know how you trust the Blue Jays as huge favorites at home. I feel like every time we've talked about this this season, it always goes bad for the Blue Jays.
They suck too.
Buku says it has no bearing on how good an NFL wide receiver he's going to be. It does. It shows character issues. It shows that he's kind of dumb, and it shows that he doesn't really want to. He's not all in on football. How about that? We'll get into it tomorrow.
How about that? Cash me outside.
Nets at the Guardians.
Tyler McGill on the hill for New York. Ben Lively will be going for Cleveland.
Cleveland minus 121 favorite. Sharp money back in the Guardians here. And we've got 69% of the bets on Cleveland as minus 121 home favorites. Game 2, Padres Braves.
Randy Vasquez on the hill for San Diego. Chris Sale will be going for Atlanta. Remember, y'all, we just fade the team that wins the first game.
That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. We've seen time and time again this season, whoever wins the first game, the other team wins the second game. Doesn't matter who's pitching. Doesn't matter what kind of undies the team's wearing, if they're wearing their lucky underwear or not. Doesn't matter.
No matter where they're playing, none of it matters.
Nope. Nope. Braves minus 210 favorites in game 2. Padres plus 192 on the comeback. 98% of the money so far is on the Braves in game 2. They better hope they that's gonna be interesting. Brewers at the Marlins.
Joe Ross on the hill for Milwaukee. Ryan Weathers will be going for Miami.
Miami plus 116 home dogs. Brewers minus 127 road favorite. Sharp money, big money back in the Brewers here with 84% of the money on the Brewers at minus 127. Twins at the Nationals.
Pablo Lopez on the hill for Minnesota. Mitchell Parker will be going for the Nationals.
Nationals plus 146 home dogs. Twinkies minus 160 road favorites. And 91% of the money is on the Twinkies to get it done today. Red Sox at the Rays.
Tanner Houck will be on the hill for Boston. Taj Bradley will be going for Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay minus 110. Yeah, minus 110 favorites. They just played this series, didn't they? Up in Boston like last week or something like that.
I think the Rays had a series with the Blue Jays sandwiched in between.
Gotcha. Sharp money back in the Red Sox today. Big money in an Action Network expert taking the Rays at home today. 54% of the bets, but 68% of the money is on Tampa Bay to get it done at home. Mariners and the Yankees.
Logan Gilbert on the hill for Seattle, and Marcus Stroman will be going for New York.
New York minus 132 home favorite. Sharp money back in the Yankees today, and 92% of the money is on the Yankees money line minus 132. Tigers and the Royals.
Reese Olson on the hill for Detroit. Michael Wacha will be going for Kansas City.
Sharp money coming in on the Tigers here, but big money back in the Royals at minus 112 home favorite. 78% of the bets, 91% of the money back in Wacha in the Royals at home. Orioles and Cardinals.
Dean Krimmer on the hill for Baltimore, and Sonny Gray will be going for St. Louis.
St. Louis minus 106, slight minus 106. We'll just call this a coin flip game. You got an Action Network expert taking the slight home favorite in the Cardinals at minus 106. Money is split 50-50 both ways in this one so far. Going to be interesting. You know what's not going to be interesting? The Angels at the Astros.
Reed Detmers on the hill for L.A., and Framber Valdez will be going for Houston.
Houston minus 195 home favorite. Sharp money coming in on Houston. Houston pulling away, getting a little winning streak going here. They just passed the Angels in the division. They're coming back. Is Houston back? I don't know. We'll see. 90% of the bets, 82% of the money on Houston at minus 195. And the final game tonight, the Diamondbacks at the Dodgers.
You got Joe Mantiply on the hill for Arizona, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto will be going for L.A.
LA minus 220 favorites. Big money and an Action Network expert, though, taking the Diamondbacks at plus 198. 8% of the bets, but 21% of the money is on the Diamondbacks plus 198. And there's your MLB preview of what's going to go on today. Let us know in the comments below. What game are you looking at? Who you betting? What's your favorite pick of the day? Comment below. Let us know, and make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Good morning, Loki. How you doing,
Loki? How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'd rather take.
James says, I'd rather take cards first five.
Ooh,
I dare you to.
Okay.
I dare you to.
Dare you, he said.
I double dog dare you. All right, Cricket. What else do we got to get into? We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Did you see this? This man is just on a tear. Bottom of the 10th.
Ooh, did he hit another one?
Center field. Going back is Young. He's going to make the catch.
Hey, that'll work, sir. That'll work. That's deep enough.
Here comes Rojas.
Man, the Phillies, man. They just keep doing the damn thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Bryce. Yeah, they are good, bro. They are. I put a little they were the other day, they were talking WNBA and everything. So I was like, I picked a team to win the championship, the Connecticut Sun, just because I like their center's name, Queen Egba. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pick them. So I paired them with the Phillies to win the World Series for like plus 12,500 or something.
Had a baby.
I'll put like $3 on it to win like 400. Let's go.
Let's do it. See you, Coomer. Have a good day, buddy.
Hey, be safe, Coomer.
I thought this was funny over the weekend. Another Frank rant. Frank's, I think in Texas. He's at a different stadium. But
he said that is not the New York Mets.
He says,
Expos jacket on.
Yeah. Frank checks in on the Mets. This is when the Mets blew, I think, a 5-run lead this weekend.
Oh yeah, that was ugly. I bet the Marlins on the money line in that one.
Watch this.
Oh no, Frank.
What happened?
Diaz imploded.
What's the score?
He came in the game, it was 9-5. Now it's 10-9. Woo! Ding, 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 ding. Here's that Luis Diaz again. Damn it to hell. You ruined them, Mets. You ruined them.
No, they've been bad, Frank. Look at him.
Mets right now have a losing record when they have a lead in the ninth inning.
I just love that he's at another stadium.
He's just somewhere else in another team's jersey with all kinds of other fans around him just yelling about Diaz and the Mets, bro. Hey, they were down 7-5. The Marlins were in like this top of the 8th inning. I bet them plus 1,200 on the money line. Didn't watch a play of it, just saw they came back and won, and I saw how they did, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to hear Frank.
here at Globe Life Park, watching the Texas Rangers doing my ballpark tour, minding my. Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me, Mets? Why do you want to kill me? Every day you take years off my life. Every day you rip the heart out of my chest.
Frank has multiple hearts.
Multiple. Every day this happens.
Day you make me wish I had not chosen this team. I had not chosen this life. Every day.
Every day. Every day is how I feel about this. I wish, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I feel like he should be used to it by now.
Oh, man. There's so much going on that I totally forgot that happened.
It really is hilarious. Like, I almost check the Mets score, whether I have money on it or not. I check to see if the Mets imploded every day just because I'm hoping for one of these.
Yeah, it's great.
Hey,
by the way,
what we got here?
Caitlin Clark, welcome to the big leagues. You ready?
Huh? Boom! Let's go. Crackback block. Dang.
She she's getting it from everyone. It's to be expected, but these girls are not taking it easy on her.
No, you're playing professional sports now. It's part of it. And I'm sorry, but every one of them got a little chip on their shoulder against you because they've been having to watch you on TV for the last 2 months too. They want to make you look bad. You're gonna get that every game.
Frank is a meme. I want to see him as a cashier when someone brings in lots of coupons.
Yeah, Frank, man. Frank's a tough existence.
Oh, they pulled the Tyson Fury thing. By the way.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. What about that, man?
Yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to pull up was the boxing thing. But Tyson, I had all these things up here, but then they got copyright claimed.
Man, it's so stupid the way they do the shit with all the fight stuff where you can't release the videos and the highlights for however long after all this stuff and everything. It's so stupid, bro.
Well, let's save it for tomorrow. We'll save it for tomorrow.
We'll save that for tomorrow. Maybe we can pull that back up.
Still,
it's just like it fires me up, man. I've been looking for those damn Tyson Fury highlights for 4 days now.
Some of this stuff we'll have to. It's not like big news. I'll queue it up for tomorrow though. There's so many different things that I had pulled up here, but we're not going to be able to get to them all. One last one though for today. Antonio Brown posted this. He says says Harrison Butker Construction LLC. DC down here.
I'm sorry, but I don't know how we don't have Antonio Brown on the show yet.
I don't either. We got to reach out.
No, I'm just saying I don't know how we don't have him. I'm telling you, it would be worth watching, y'all.
It had to be a Rumble. It had to be a Rumble exclusive because you don't know what that dude's gonna say.
It's gotta be free speech platform for sure. And you should know coming in, you can't get your feelings hurt easy. If you do, stay away.
Oh, that's great. Anyways, you got anything else you want to cover?
No, man. I think we're good. I do want to get back to that Tyson Fury stuff and everything, though, because we got a rematch for that thing, right? They've already had a rematch clause. I think it's set for like October or something.
They always have rematch clause. I haven't seen exactly what it is, but I mean, for those of you that don't know, Tyson Fury lost his belt in a split decision. Now, Beardo was telling me about it, said that it was it could have gone either way. There was one round where Tyson got basically knocked down. The ref had
to use the ropes. And that counts as a knockdown. If you got to use the ropes to hold yourself up, which makes sense. Early on, I was kind of just monitoring. We didn't watch it because it was like middle of the day the other day, And it seemed like Tyson Fury was kind of taunting him early on, was kind of dominating early on, but Usyk just kept coming at him, man, and wound up sweeping some of the later rounds and got the knockdown. That was the difference, I guess.
Yeah, so we'll get into that. It's just better when we have video for you, so we'll get into that tomorrow, and I'll see if I can find something that we can show. But great show today. Good recap of the weekend. We've got a lot of sports coming up this week. Man, good time to be alive, cricket. Good time to be alive.
That's right.
You got any big plans today, Crick?
I mean, man, I'll have to look. I don't know for sure yet, Super James, because I don't know that I have anything I just love today. I'm going to be on the Canucks tonight. Y'all should know that. I don't know that that's a good bet at all. It's more betting with my heart there. I'm pulling for my Canucks in Game 7. The play is probably the Oilers puck line, but I'm going to go Canucks money line just because I'm crazy.
I love it. I love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you tomorrow morning bright and early, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time-ish. And we'll be recapping everything that happens today in the world of sports, plus getting to a couple. I mean, there's a lot of, like, we've got Reggie Bush getting his Heisman Trophy back at Dodger Stadium with Matt Leinart catching a.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep, we've got that. We've got some other. Oh, man.
They gave it back to him at Dodger Stadium. Let's go, man. Love that.
I've got a couple things. We'll get into all of that tomorrow. So make sure.
What's this?
In and you're here bright and early. What's up?
The Yard, Super James Yard talking to him like Anthony Edwards, man. Bring your ass. That's funny, man.
Well, good luck with that, Super James. Work's calling me, saying the same thing to me. That's funny. The Yard.
Well played, sir. That man's gold.
Oh, that's good. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, have a good rest of your day. I hope you get some laughs in it like Super James just did there for us. And we'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early. Until then,
good luck, good gambling,
and game on.